sir.
How would you want it fixed, Tyler?
How would you want that fixed?
And
how would I want one fixed?
let me tell you.
What you're asking me to do right now, first of all, I'm not going to get into this right now because it's ugly and it's nasty. And it came from
You call. Now some got scared. It was like you're going too far.
He's never going to catch a breather, is he? Tyler Perry has been accused of casting a lookalike of Monique in his new film, which some fans suspect to be a dig at his longtime nemesis. In Perry's Divorce in the Black, which premiered recently, actress Ursula O. Robinson plays Linda, the mother of Corey Hardrick's character Dallas.
Take him out of there! Take him out of there!
The movie's memorable opening scene featured Linda ordering her children to take their brother's dead body out of his casket and bring it to their car after she was offended by Pastor Clarence's comments about their family during a funeral. While the scene itself was shocking, some viewers were also left stunned by Robinson's resemblance to Monique and took to Instagram and X, formerly Twitter, to share their thoughts. Monique is said to be furious at Perry for trying to clone her, and her fans expect their beef to go full throttle going forward. So, what's Perry's intention in casting a Monique lookalike? And is part of his vision to completely alienate Mo from Hollywood? We are about to find out. As mentioned earlier, the news of Perry's new film casting a Monique wannabe took the socials by storm, with one user writing, "I'm not even 10 minutes into the film, but Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black has one of the craziest openings I've seen in one of his movies." Another added, "Watching Divorce in the Black. Clearly they wanted Monique for the role of Old Boy's mama. They went and found a doppelganger." A third fan quipped, "Why does the lady at the church scene in Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black look like Monique? Is it just me?" Some social media users speculated that Perry was making a petty jab at Monique, with whom he's been beefing for more than a decade. "Something about this movie and character screams Monique to me as shade from Tyler Perry," one viewer commented. Mo has been doubling down on claims that Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry had her blackballed from Hollywood. And now she's also taking aim at Tiffany Haddish over a past dig.
Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, you may not have 2 DUIs. If you had a husband like mine, you may not be caught up.
The Academy Award winner did so during an explosive new interview with Shannon Sharpe on his Club Shay Shay podcast in February this year, just months before the now controversial Tyler Perry movie premiered. Her feud with Oprah and Perry dates back to 2009. She previously claimed that her refusal to promote their film Precious for free, as well as omitting Perry, Oprah, and director Lee Daniels from her 2010 Oscar speech, resulted in her being blacklisted because her enemies decided to fight back. The stand-up comedian claims that she has audio of Perry confessing to her over the phone that he was the one who started the rumor that she's difficult to work with. She also alleged that Perry admitted he was wrong and told her that he planned to vindicate her publicly after his 2016 film Boo hit theaters.
To say she was difficult for not doing something that she was not contractually obligated to do, did you not say that you would feel that that was wrong? Or am I missing something?
I absolutely said that, yes.
So
Sharpe confirmed that he heard the alleged audio for himself, but it was not played on the podcast. Monique insists that the way she went about recording the call with Perry was legal. Following the recorded conversation, the actress claimed that Perry told singer Stephanie Mills that he would only meet with her face-to-face without her husband, Sidney Hicks, who is also her manager, present. He also allegedly demanded she apologize publicly to him and Oprah and say that they had nothing to do with messing up her career. Monique refused the alleged request and told Sharpe that she thinks Perry is intimidated by how direct Sidney is. It's important to note that Perry has repeatedly denied Monique's blackballing accusations. Regarding Oprah, Mo believes that the A-list star frequently overstepped with her over the years, particularly when Oprah brought Monique's brother Gerald on her daytime talk show. The comic previously revealed in 2008 that Gerald MT'd her when she was between the ages of 7 and 11. The episode took place after Mo had won the Oscar for Precious, just as their feud was brewing behind the scenes, and featured not only Gerald, but also her mother, father, and other brother. She claims that Oprah called her ahead of the taping to let her know that Gerald had reached out to her about coming on the show to apologize and share how parents can protect their children from predators. Oprah allegedly asked the actress if she would like to go on the show, but she refused because she didn't want anything to do with Gerald.
She said, if you don't want me to have your brother on the show, I will cancel the show. No show will happen. But I wanted to call you up to see how you felt first.
She said Oprah told her that if she didn't want her brother to be on the show, she would cancel it entirely, and Mo said she respected her for that. However, she started seeing commercials for the show and learned that not only Gerald, but also her mother, father, and another brother would be on the show. She claimed that Oprah never said they would be on the show, and the actress was in a bad place with her mother. Mo then went on to accuse Oprah of seemingly stealing 2 film roles from her after the Precious fallout. She claimed that she was originally asked to play Gloria Gagnez in Lee Daniels, The Butler of 2013, and Richard Pryor's grandmother in Daniels' yet-to-be-made biopic on the late stand-up star. Both roles ended up going to Oprah. She speculated that the TV icon's status as a billionaire has made it easier for her to get what she asks from film studios. As for her beef with Haddish, Monique cited a 2018 interview with GQ in which the comedian took a dig at her husband and manager. The interview came out amid Mo's call to boycott Netflix for their alleged gender and color bias when it came to paying comedians for their stand-up specials. She claimed she was only paid $500,000 for her special, while male comedians like Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock saw multi-million-dollar payouts. She went on to sue the streamer in 2019 for discrimination. In response to the suit, a spokesperson for Netflix said that the company takes any accusations of discrimination very seriously and that they plan to fight the lawsuit. They reached a private settlement in 2022. When GQ brought the issue up to Haddish, she responded, "My business runs differently than her business. I don't live her life. I don't have that husband of hers." This deeply angered Monique, and she finally fired back at Haddish during her sit-down with Sharp, even going as far as to bring up Haddish's recent legal troubles. "When I saw that, I was like, Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, then you may not have 2 DUIs, Monique said. Haddish was arrested early hours of November 24th, 2023, in Beverly Hills, California, in connection with DUI when officers found her sleeping in her automobile with the engine running, which was parked on the busy Beverly Drive at the time. She was previously taken into custody on January 14th, 2022, in Peachtree City, Georgia, after officers found her sleeping behind the wheel of her car. For her most recent infraction, Haddish accepted a plea deal of reckless driving and had her 2 misdemeanor DUI charges dropped after she appeared in a Los Angeles court in December last year. She ended up accepting a conviction of reckless driving and pleaded no contest to the traffic violation. Now back to the big story, Tyler Perry's latest movie, which, by the way, has flopped, according to box office analysis.
Wow, thank you for inviting us. We actually used to come here all the time, right, Thomas? You don't hear her talking to you?
When you see a title like Divorce in the Black appear underneath a Tyler Perry byline, you assume this is more not-so-clever wordplay that clumsily states the obvious. A woman takes her no-good ex to the cleaners before riding off into the sunset. But this new Amazon Prime feature doesn't just fail to live up to that billing. It's easily his worst film to date, meaning the Monique clone move didn't work anyway. Perry, who, as ever, holds credit for producing, writing, and directing this 132-minute film, sets up the disappointment early, opening at the funeral of a young man for a heavy dose of exposition. Who the man is doesn't matter as much as his dying while attempting to rob a parishioner who just so happened to be packing heat. In between the deceased being consigned to an afterlife in hell and his ne'er-do-well family dragging the body from the casket and out of the church for a non-judgmental burial, we meet Ava, played by Think Like a Man's Megan Good in Dallas, American Sniper's Corey Hardrick. The doomed couple brought that much closer to Splitsville after this scene gets tongues wagging in the tiny rural Georgia town they left long ago for a new start in Atlanta, away from this Hatfields v. McCoy's light drama.
And what y'all looking at? No rest for the wicked.
You are home now, and you are safe.
The dead guy? He was older brother to Dallas, the latest admittedly ain't-s dude to draw Tyler Perry's raggedy hair treatment. Dallas comes from nothing. He's earned nothing. The only possession he'd seem genuinely worried about losing is an old pickup truck he restored with his dead brother in high school. But that doesn't move either. He does not have anything that Ava would want, much less a pile worth warring over in court, other than a bad boy streak that appeals to all preachers' kids. Ava works at a bank, hence the in the black connection. That's it. She owns a big house in the city, comfortably adheres to local fashion codes, and drives the nice Kia. All she wants is a marriage in which she feels loved and safe, and her religious principles simply won't allow her to give up on her loser husband. When the subject of divorce finally arrives, it's Dallas, drunk on brown liquor, who makes the full-throated declaration in a crowded restaurant as they're on a double date. In fact, he broaches the subject by growling, "Black women ain't S." Once Dallas is shunted down this Tyler Perry villain's arc, Ava is free to reprise her love connection with Benji, played by Young Rock's Joseph Lee Anderson, the strapping hayseed that she should have married all along. At this point in Perry's career, measuring him against peers who actually put time and care into their films is a fool's errand when you can judge him based on previous work. In February, he released a legal thriller called Mea Culpa on Netflix that, while universally panned, nonetheless featured some moments that resonated with viewers. The S scene on Canvas say. Divorce, though, was more paint-by-numbers schlock from a guy who may well have been rushing to get this project finished in between his umpteen other film and TV projects.
Eye for details, so don't leave anything out.
And that's why Monique asks, why give it his full attention when viewers won't give theirs? See, people have always accused Tyler Perry of having shady storylines. No one's going to wonder how it is that Ava, the faithful wife who worshipped her husband as God, turned into the ultimate fighter after Dallas split with her at that embarrassing dinner double date. No one's going to care that Megan Good is coasting on her ceramic beauty again. They'll be too preoccupied folding laundry, cooking dinner, or doing God knows on their phone. That's just as well. According to Perry's critics, following the action would only be a waste of time and patience. The movie is so bad that one analytical page posted, Tyler Perry's newest Prime Video drama, Divorce in the Black, nabs a shocking and exceedingly rare 0% score on the Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter. Fans also shared their views, with one posting, "I love that Tyler is paying black actors. Now I wish he would hire black writers and directors that have experience to help him with his movies. He could improve the movies and make them award-worthy if he would stop trying to save money by doing the writing and directing himself." Another added, "He definitely needs help. These movies belong to Tubi. With all the studios he built, there is no reason black fantasy movies, black thrillers, and espionage aren't a part of his catalog. Tyler deserves all the praise, but he needs to be stopped and arrested in the name of Jesus. Respectfully, there are black authors out there with stories with some depth that should be brought to life. It seems like Monique won't have to fight Perry anymore. Viewers will fight him on her behalf." The film continued getting negative reviews, with another fan saying, "Divorce in the Black. This is an awful movie. Story wasn't good, blah cast, acting atrocious, terrible direction. This is a typical Tyler Perry film. Abused woman, bad guy, better man ends up with the woman. In the beginning, I thought it was a dream, but nope. It's real." Another critiqued the film's many plot holes. Why does Tyler Perry do this to every movie? Every movie has the same characters. A single father, a woman that has low self-esteem and then finds her power in some way, a praying mother, grandmother. "Someone get this man some writers," the person said. A third added, "I need all my time back," with 2 double exclamation point emojis. However, there were some who felt the film was still worth the watch. On X, one viewer wrote, "Divorce in the Black was pretty good. Megan Good gave Tina Turner/Jennifer Lopez in enough vibes. Corey Hardick played the hell out of this Dallas character, and Taylor Polidor did her thing as the best friend." Another social media user agreed, saying they enjoyed Perry's finished product. "I don't care if you've watched a movie with that kind of story before. I don't care if you have a problem with Tyler Perry movies. Divorce in the Black is a good watch. I recommend it," the person said. Instead of expanding his fan base, Perry seems to be losing them, and Monique is just one example. It was a plot twist that could only come from Perry. 4 years after announcing an $800 million expansion of his 330-acre film and TV studio, Perry put those plans on hold after being wowed by a new OpenAI tool that generates videos from text prompts. "If I wanted to be in the snow in Colorado, it's text," he told The Hollywood Reporter in February this year. "If I wanted to write a scene on the moon, it's text, and this AI can generate it like it's nothing. If I wanted to have 2 people in the living room in the mountains, I don't have to build a set in the mountains. I don't have to put a set on my lot. I can sit in an office and do this with a computer, which is shocking to me." Those who have long been frustrated by Perry's hackery surely must be feeling unsettled too. Hollywood has never known a star quite like Perry, a lead in the campy Medea comedy film franchise, producing partner to Oprah and Lee Daniels, and scene partner to Ben Affleck in Gone Girl, and Cate Blanchett in Don't Look Up. But it's as a writer and director that Perry produces the kind of work that could at least be started by an online generator, usually some version of Black woman struggles to find her way in the world again after cruel black man casts her aside. Christian values are always at the forefront. Medea, Perry's gun-toting granny character, is added to the taste. The formula has made Perry one of the most influential people in Hollywood, with a studio that dwarfs every Big Five lot but Universal's and streaming deals with Amazon and Netflix. It's also made the Perry name a byword for cringe content. Much of Perry's latest film failure is down to the 54-year-old, the first content creator among his generation of auteurs. This is a man who insists on hogging credit for the most important work in his ostensibly collaborative industry while making a point of rejecting help from union writers and actors. He brags about writing reams of scripts himself, oftentimes while commuting on his private jet, takes pride in blitzing through scenes in a single take, and generally approaches work like a habit. It shows. To watch a Tyler Perry film is to grow increasingly frustrated by out-of-focus camera work, dreadful hair and makeup treatments, and moments that never feel earned. But it's his flair for over-the-top plot twists that will have you scream. Perry makes content like someone who's never taken a production note, which explains his past disdain for critics who know better. Famously, he told Spike Lee to go to hell for criticizing the Medea movies. Even Not Another Church Movie, which parodies Perry's formula, landed with a thud.
That is my answer to Spike Lee. Go to hell.
I will punch the hell out of you. Say something.
Let me just say this about Spike.
Apparently, the filmmaker has no ambition to helm a multi-million-dollar project that might be taken seriously. The bigger the budget, the more the risk. And I just don't, for my way of storytelling for my audience and the way we like to see things and hear things, I just don't think that it's necessary for me, he said before the 2019 opening of his studio. That audience, not just Black people, but the church-going subset that supported his early stage play tours, has afforded Perry considerable artistic latitude. But it's worth considering the knock-on effects when Perry, as the University of San Diego professor Eric Pearson puts it, has been the dominant manufacturer of popular Black images for the past 2 decades. Already, his 5-year-old TV drama Sistas has more episodes, 153 and counting, than Good Times, 133. All of this becomes more troubling when Perry incorporates ideas into his work that he himself does not appear to fully understand. Colorism, domestic abuse, and romantic love resulting in projects that tip into hoary Christian moralism and negative racial stereotypes. In Perry's 2013 film Temptation, Confessions of a Marriage Counselor, an unfaithful wife contracts HIV after cheating on her husband, who lives happily ever after with a new wife and family. In 2010's For Colored Girls, Janet Jackson's character contracts HIV from her husband's infidelity with other men. Perry may not be able to handle criticism, but he's definitely judging you. If he has any real gift, it's his ability to deliver these sermons while sometimes dressed in drag without his devoutly Christian fan base crying hypocrisy. Perry had said he would ditch the Medea character, only to wind up reprising her to help meet his Netflix obligation. Nevertheless, Divorce in the Black shot to number 2 on Prime Video's list of top US streams, and this after Mea Culpa soared to Netflix's top spot. Epically shoddy craftsmanship aside, people root for Perry because it wasn't so long ago that he was desperate for work and sleeping in his car. Megan Good, the star of Divorce in the Black and a 30-year industry veteran, is the latest actor to credit Perry for her biggest payday. Tyler Perry Studios, built on what was once a Confederate Army base, is the backbone of Georgia's entertainment industry. While he's churning out the schlock, Big Five studios are shooting Avengers, Bad Boys, and other franchise films on his lot. Perry's nagging habit of blurring the lines between art and artist only makes him more relatable to Black audiences who also struggle to separate the two. Megan Good and Corey Hardrick's starring roles in Divorce in the Black come after their respective high-profile splits roiled Black celebrity gossip merchants. A forthcoming Netflix project titled Straw features a cast of beloved actors that includes the comedian Sinbad, who is on the mend from a 2020 stroke. Even if it is a PR game, Perry has a knack for looking out for the creatives Black audiences care about most, down to rallying to Will Smith's side at the Oscars in the wake of the slap. And then, for good measure, Perry will let Harry and Meghan hide out in his mansion for a few months before even properly meeting them. That said, this man Perry is a great American success story. A black man who's truly free to make whatever kind of movie or TV show that he wants. That's what makes him so frustrating. He could be better than a human content generator. As for Monique, after a very public, very messy year-spanning feud, the Oscar winner and director Lee Daniels have finally reunited. Fortunately for fans of the 2009 film Precious, the reunion will take place on screen. Monique stars in the spooky Daniels film The Deliverance, which will premiere on Netflix later this year. Inspired by a true story, the film's synopsis reads, "After moving into a mysterious house, a struggling mother must face down her demons in order to save her children's souls." The project stars Andra Day, Anjanui Ellis-Taylor, and Glenn Close alongside Monique. Daniels recently spoke to Essence about working with Monique once again, calling their reconciliation an unbelievable, magical feeling, a joy, all of it. "It was perfect. Listen, we picked right up," he told the outlet. "It was like the 15 years of our argument hadn't even happened. We just stepped right back into the groove of her jumping into character, and she is a tour de force. The two of us together are crazy. We make magic." So, will Perry follow in Lee's footsteps and apologize to Monique? All we can do is wait. And that's it from us today. Until next time, thank you for watching.